A big decision today by the state of Missouri. The health department denied the license renewal for St. Louis's Planned Parenthood clinic. 5 on your side's Justina Coronel is outside the facility in the Central West End with more. Justina.
Okay, there was supposed to be a demonstration in response here at Planned Parenthood, but as you can see, the rain is coming down and that weather canceled those plans. I'm told the state came in with a denial at 9:30 this morning, and you're probably wondering, what does that exactly mean? Despite the state's denial, Judge Michael Stelzer says his preliminary injunction stays in place, which means Planned Parenthood stays open for the time being, and women can still access the full range of reproductive health care. Judge Stelzer says the injunction will stay until he rules again. He doesn't expect that outcome today, but he will do it as quickly and as appropriately as possible. That ruling will allow us to see what exactly happens next. According to the director of Missouri's health department, this decision comes after Planned Parenthood corrected just 4 of 30 deficiencies found.
We will continue to fight for our ability to deliver high-quality, patient-centered health care, and that includes the full range of reproductive health care.
I am issuing an emergency rule today that Planned Parenthood can defer the pelvic exam to the day of surgery if, in their estimation, using their clinical judgment, that they think there's a medical reason that they should do that.
Now, I'm told in that denial letter, the state says that they weren't going to go back and forth anymore with Planned Parenthood, that everything relies in the court's hands. Reporting in St. Louis, Justina Coronel, 5 on your side.